Hello and moin moin ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Donboxing, and I have for you the Simgot Supermix 4 with 1 DD, 1 BA, 1 planar and 1 piezo. So yeah, I was lucky enough to get this during the last sale with another discount code, so I got this for, let's say, very cheap comparatively to what it costs, and I'm actually pretty curious how an IEM with this driver configuration that is very rare on the market actually does sound like. But yeah, first the unboxing. See this packaging here with this nice emerald green shiny color. I like that. I just wish the IEM would also be a bit more bold in terms of coloring. But yeah, at least the packaging is cool. Oh, just imagine, like if I would have used this color also for the IEM, that would have been pretty sick. Yeah. Okay, let's quickly rip the packaging open here and get to the inside. On the back, again, target curve printed on. I like to see that. Target curve, very useful to me. And yeah, they use Harman 2019 here apparently as reference. And as you can see, it gets relatively close with a bit less mid treble and a bit more upper treble. So yeah, let's see how this actually performs later. Then we slide that out, which is thankfully relatively easy until the last few percent. Then we get the box here, which also says Supermix. I'm not sure what this logo means, but okay. Cardboard, as you can see, is on the very thick side. That feels very sturdy. Simgot logo on the side here. And you can fold that open and you get greeted with the IEMs, which actually do look pretty cool in real life. Let's try to get them out. So beneath the accessories, which we take a look later, let's first take a look at the IEM. Whoop. It's better to push out in this direction. So that's the Supermix 4, and the faceplate actually looks cooler in real life than it does probably on camera. This is this like anodized aluminum look with this more, you would say, copper ring on the outside. Does look neat, but also minimalistic. Then let's turn it around, take a look at the connector. Doesn't seem to be integrated that well, like there's some spiel around the sides here. And then the pressure hole here is kind of weird, like this is has like a brass inlet. It's probably for tuning reasons, I would assume, like my best guess at least now. But they have the diameter here in the brass is probably a bit more easy to control. And maybe also the shape, so might help for tuning. Yeah, and other than that, this seems to remind me of the Quintet, which I think I even have here. Yeah, I have. So, yeah, okay, the shaping definitely is different, as you can see. This is definitely a bit thicker overall, the Supermix I mean, and it's a bit less contoured than the Quintet. And it looks like from the angle here, it's a bit more aggressively angled as well. But it could also just be because the nozzle is a bit different in terms of shaping. Also different, you can directly see this has Soud-Tubes. We have 3 Soud-Tubes here at the front, which I honestly am not the biggest fan of. Like somehow I always get ear gunk in the Soud-Tubes, and cleaning them is, I mean, it's not difficult, but it's also not the most pleasant thing, because you always risk pushing the ear gunk deeper in it, and that's just not so great. I prefer filters. Those can be replaced if they get too dirty, and they're also usually relatively easy to just dab off with a wet cloth or something. But yeah, diameter wise, this seems to be pretty nice. This looks like it could be 6 millimeters at max or something like that. Looks decently. The thing that's missing was the lip here, so some tips will just not stay on this. I can already guarantee you that. And as you can see, it's also collecting fingerprints like crazy with this, is it resin or is it plastic? It's difficult to tell. It's just, yeah, black plastic or black resin. So yeah, IEM itself, I think looks reasonably well made. Oh, there's another pressure hole here at the front, I just noticed. With a small mesh inside, so that's nice attention to detail. Oh, ear tips actually are labeled beneath. That's also nice. Let's see if we can remove them. And let's see what ear tips Simgot gives us here. Come on. Oh, that's empty. Oof. Yeah, so this is the ear tips you get. That's like S, M, and L. The tips here look very similar to what you would also get from LZ Audio or ISN. So the tips itself are probably okay. They are definitely on the thin side on the mantle and not too squishy, but squishy enough. But for this price point, this is a bit too Spartanic. Like, there should be at least a pair of foam tips, or give me another pair of silicone tips, so that could be better. And then other accessories. Oh, that's cool. I like this detail around the edge here. That is pretty nifty, I have to say. And let's open this and see what other accessories we get. So first, let's... Oh, there's another pouch beneath that keeps the manual here and the quality control card. Okay, so let's remove that out of the picture. That is a big ass carrying case. Let me just get the one that ISN Audio gave you with the H40 and the D10 and a few other softwares. You can see this is definitely thicker. Width-wise, it's pretty similar, but it's definitely thicker. And it's all, oh, but it's nice and sturdy. Like, this has very little flex to go, while this one you can see it's flexing quite a bit. And let's unzip the golden zipper, which I'm always a fan of. Golden zippers are the absolute best. Smooth enough, not much resistance at all, seems to be good. And when we open this, small pouch here for your tips, which you don't get many, so yeah. And then the cable here. Chip. Let's take a look at the cable in detail. Cheap. Come on, let's get you out and somewhat smooth. Yeah, okay, it doesn't smooth as easily as I expected, but let's give it another go. Just stretch it a bit and see. Okay, it's fine. Like, you just needed two smoothings basically to get it to a state where it's kind of smooth enough. It reminds me pretty strongly of the one that came, for instance, with the S12. It has this like slightly, like, not rough optics, but there's like more textured cabling going on. But here you can see actually the course through the silicone on the outside, while the Latour one is just silver on the outside as well. Thickness wise, this is medium thick. It does feel robust enough, and it is also, yeah, flexible enough. The bottom strain release is a bit too short, but at least it's not too hard. I don't like this connector. This is just brushed aluminum, so this is very slippery, like will be a bit difficult to plug in and out. And let's go on top. Here we have the splitter. Fits style-wise, seems to be fine, as you notice with the splitter. More on top, we have, oh god, the chin slider. Whoa, that is literally just falling. Wait, let me demonstrate, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, oh, even if this is like a 30-degree angle, and it's already sliding. So that shit is completely useless, like absolutely useless. Probably one of the worst chin sliders I've seen so far. And then on top, yeah, this is relatively aggressively angled. This is like 270 degrees or something like that. In an also not, oh, there's actually really small bending radius as well. So this could be a bit of an issue for people with bigger ears or even medium-sized ears, because that's really aggressively angled and also small in radius. Other than that, this is rubber is also on the more stiff side, so this can create hotspots around your ear. But I do like the connector here. This L&R indication, easily visible, slightly extrusion at the front, so you can also put it on recessed things. And yeah, overall I think this cable feels like well enough made. I think price appropriate, but the one from the S12 I would still take over this. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. That's with the unboxing. I will still cut a first impressions after that, so we'll get a bit longer. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and yeah, talk to you soon. So now to the first impressions of the Supermix 4. I've been using this now a bit for listening to music and for gaming a bit, and what should I say? This sounds really good to me. I see not much faults in there. The upper mid seems to be well pronounced. Female vocals very clear. Mids are very clear as well. Bass is well controlled and mostly sub bass focused. There is some upper treble zing here, a bit of graininess. But overall, it's really nice sounding and I have no complaints here. So yeah, that's it, the unboxing initial impressions of the Supermix 4. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, if you have recommendations, if you have criticisms, please leave a comment. And Donspektor out.